Hello, and welcome back to the Marina Show. I'm your host, Marina. If you have been following along, which you should have because it's been absolutely amazing, we've been talking about the date debate, where I'm here to convince you, using my expert lawyer and counselor skills, that being in a relationship while being young, aka in high school, is probably a wrong decision. But I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to talk to you, discuss with you, see what you think. So what I've said is, if you can obey these 4 rules while being in a relationship, then be my guest. Go ahead and be in one. Your mom is probably watching this and being like, no. But trust me, tunt, or mom, or whoever's watching this with you, these rules, they're pretty hard to attain and obey if you're in high school. We'll discover why. So the first rule that we said is what? If your parents know about it. Pretty sure they don't. Why did we say that rule? Because you have to honor your father and your mother. Why? Because that's one of the 10 commandments. It's not one of mine. Didn't make up the rules. Second is if Jesus Christ is the center of this relationship and the pure purpose of this relationship is for that other party to bring you closer to Christ. All right. Now, rule number 3 is intricately connected to rule number 2. Last time we went over the story of the tree and the apples on the tree that are the most pure, which are on the top, okay? On the top of the tree, sometimes feel the worst because men don't pursue them. But they have the highest worth, so much more than the ones on the bottom that are always touched by different hands. Okay, so bringing us to rule number 3. If you've obeyed rule number 1 and 2, you're more than welcome to continue to be in your relationship if there is no, I repeat, no. Once again, I repeat, no physical contact. I know this is a mature subject. But if there is no physical contact in your relationship and you've already obeyed rules 1 and 2 and will obey rule number 4, which I'm sure you're not going to get, but whatever. Rule number 3 is that there cannot be any physical contact. So before I get into the rule, I'm going to say why we have it. Okay, we've already talked about this very nuanced subject concept of a woman's purity. All right? Everybody told me this when I was younger, when I was like your age, which is 16. I don't know how old you are, really. You could be 45. It's okay. You can still watch the Marina Show. Okay, so when I was like 14, 15, they're like, listen, Marina Gerges, when you come to get married, men are going to care about your history. And I was like, pish, posh, no one's going to care about my history. Let me tell you something, okay? They care, all right? Men, they're all cool with it when you're in high school. I don't care what you did. I'm going to love you the way you are, okay? But when a man comes to find his wife, honey, he is searching with a fine-tooth comb. He wants the perfect woman, all right? And when you're 21 or 27 or 32 or 35 or however old you are when you get married, you're going to have to tell your future spouse everything about your past. Do you really want to sit down with him and really tell him about the physical happenings of your high school relationship? How you let someone be physical with you when you were 15 or 16 or 17 or even 18 years old or any time? No, because that's embarrassing. And it takes away from your own purity as a woman. And that's something that should be coveted and something that a godly man will respect about you. The fact that you have been saving yourself, respecting yourself, knowing your worth, knowing that the only person that you belong to until you meet your spouse is Christ. Okay? That is going to be respected. The reason I have implemented this rule, young woman watching this program, or mother of young girl, brother of young girl, or not young girl at all, tunt, uncle, my dad. The reason I'm implementing this rule is because I care about you. I don't want someone to see you when you're at a good age to get married and someone that you really see as a God-chosen person for you, be like, nah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to judge you about your past. You don't want to ever put yourself in that position. Am I clear? How many girls, friends of mine, do I know that are the most amazing women, beautiful people, inside and out, beautiful spirits, beautiful souls who have made mistakes in their past. Those mistakes, they resurface. Don't ever give somebody a reason to judge you, okay? This is my own personal view. God will forgive you, but people are not as forgiving. They're not as perfect as God. God covers us. In the Thanksgiving prayer, we say, let us give thanks to the benefits and merciful God, for he has helped us, guarded us, covered us. Okay? He covers our own sins. Okay? But other people are not going to view you that way. I never want you to put yourself in a vulnerable position where you have to explain something that might seem so perfect now. You do not understand how much you are going to mature. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. As you might have implied from this show where I'm just sitting here rambling, I've never had a boyfriend before, but obviously every girl has a crush. The guys that I had a crush on when I was 16 years old, I look at them now and I'm like, eek! What was I thinking? Your perception, your views, your values, your morality, what you look for in a person, the person that you are, changes so fundamentally from the age of 16 and now I'm 21. I can't even imagine being with those people. You are under so much change. God is pruning you and making you a beautiful person. You are not in a position right now to know what is good for you in the future, okay? That's why I never want to allow you to make yourself physically susceptible to that, okay? Let's be real. If I was a guy, right, and I'm looking for a wife, I'd want someone that's saved themselves for me, right? I want someone that's going to say to me, you know what, I have never let anybody else touch me, not even hold my hand, because I am waiting for you if you are the man of God. Is that fair? If I was a guy, I'd really want that. But then again, I always put that caveat that just in case anything has happened, we are not here to judge you. And that is not my intention whatsoever. Has nothing to do with that. I just want to forewarn you. I want you to see the flip side of the coin of what might bring you butterflies now, what might make you feel so good now, make you feel such a sense of worth, might be something that on the flip side isn't really going to work out for you. Girl talk, man. I'm trying to be there for you, okay? So, rule number 3 is that there's no physical contact, okay? And I'm pretty sure that guys our age, like younger guys, they're not going to be down for that. If you find somebody who is and who doesn't ever, ever, ever make you feel pressured, then please come and talk to me, okay? I'm going to give you my email at the end of this. No, I won't, because y'all will stalk me, but I mean, I would have, okay? And we'll talk about it then, all right? So I've been rambling on, so I'm going to restate my 3 rules and we'll close off the show. So first one, all down with having a boyfriend if your mother and your father know about it so that you're not breaking one of the 10 commandments. Number 2, Christ is the center of this relationship. And number 3, what's number 3? There has been absolutely no pressure for, no real, no simulated physical contact at all within this relationship. If you can fulfill these 3 rules and you're between the ages of high school ages, I'd really like to meet you. Just kidding. I mean, of course I'd like to meet you. Anyways, stick around. Next time on the Marina Show, we're going to explore one of the most important rules of all, rule number 4. We'll see you next time on the Marina Show.